welcome back to another Thursday night full of everything to do with Aston Villa women. Unfortunately, another defeat to talk about at the weekend. However, there are some positives, and that's where we're going to focus our attention. But joining me this evening, three lovely fellows. Thank you very much. Emma, Gary, and Lindsay. Are you all well?
As well as can be.
Double thumbs up. Oh. She's feeling happy in that top corner there. Wonderful.
That's optimism, that is.
It is. It's a very good start to the show, yes. Gary, were you going to say something there, my love?
I did. I says I'm as well as I can be.
As well as you can be. Exactly. And that's all we ask for, isn't it? As well as you can be. Because we've had lots of news, haven't we? We've got players that are departing, which I think we touched upon, of course, last week, but we'll remind everyone who we do have departing with us. Of course, we got to say goodbye to Lucy Stan, and she got the lovely flowers and everything. And then, of course, Rachel Daly joined the 100 Villa appearances as well, didn't she?
We weren't told about that.
Not that it was mentioned that much.
Yeah.
No. So Emma, you were of course front and center as always. So when did that happen? Because everyone was like, "What?"
Well, it happened when they did Lucy, like just after Lucy. So they did like Lucy's God of Honor,
Yes.
and then so they brought out 2 shirts. And me and my mum went to each other. We were like, "Well, who are they for?" And I went to my mum. I went, "Well, one's going to be for Lucy Stan. Obviously, she's retiring."
Yeah.
And I went, "Well, I'm not sure about the other one." So we were all a little bit confused because they announced nothing. They just did Lucy's God of Honor, and then it all went a bit quiet. And then they just did this like little tiny thing with Rach, and it still wasn't really announced. So we were all still a little bit confused. We were like, "Well, yes, sure, but what's it for?"
Yeah.
So it was all really, really bizarre. I can't lie.
It's just, yeah.
The only thing is with Rach, they tried to do a big show of Rach before. Was it whenever she was getting she was on the King's Honours?
Yeah.
They tried to do something for Rach then, and it just didn't happen. But then Rach has always tried to stay quite private as well. And I also think that on that day, she probably didn't want to take away from Lucy Stan. Because it was her last game. It was a bit of a bigger deal. Not that 100 games isn't a big deal, but, Lucy Stan's been a bit of a WSL treasure, and she's finally hanging up her boots. So, that's a big deal.
No, that's a really good perspective, actually. Yeah, because obviously people wanted to celebrate Rach, but actually, you're right. In the bigger aspect of things, it was just a small moment, wasn't it? So, so fair play if that was part of it. That's a much better perspective, isn't it? Rather than Rach, here you go, have a photo. Here's your shirt now. Bugger off back to the start.
It would have been nice to know what was going on there in the stadium. Like, I see your point there, but we still didn't really know what was going on.
Yeah, maybe just a small Rachel Daly celebrates her 100 appearances today. Villa appearances,
because they have like the talkie man with the microphone.
Max Whittle.
So him, that's the one. So they have Max there, so it's like, well, he's literally got a microphone in his hand. He could literally just announce what they're doing, because they announced the Lucy Stan thing. So it was like, just now say, "Oh, we're doing this for Rachel Daly." Because we were all still really confused as to what was going on.
Yeah, just a little nod.
Yeah.
But they're not confused anymore because they announced it on social media after they gave Lucy Stan a minute.
Oh, breaking news. Katie McCabe has officially left Arsenal.
I told you that 2 minutes ago.
No, you didn't.
I did when we weren't live.
Did you?
Yeah. I don't think anyone was listening to me though.
I don't think we heard it, to be honest. But no. Ooh, well, that'll go straight on the transfer tracker when we stop recording. Which, by the way, whole115yards.com, our parent channel, our website, transfer tracker is live. It's got all the departures, contracts, everything that you need to know is right there. Katie McCabe has gone. Right. Where do we think she's going to go, though? Do we think she's going to stay in London? Because they've just built their new house, haven't they? No, it's off topic, but Rachel stay.
Well, we'll probably see her on Saturday.
Could you imagine? Oh,
Well,
it's
as left backs go in the league, you're doing all right with Katie McCabe.
yeah, you do.
You know, as much as she likes a yellow card or two, she's like the Irish version of Lucy Braun. She's not afraid to get stuck in and actually, you will know that you've played a game against me.
I've just seen Chloe from Wednesday Pod has just put currently crying in a fridge. Don't talk to me. She is at work. She hasn't just gone to her own fridge and started crying in it.
Although we wouldn't put it past her. That is
also one from Basta. But you'd think, and I think it was rubbish timing, they made last night all about Beth at the Emirates, when really, if they knew Katie was going, they could have given her a moment in front of a home crowd as well. So that's why, and we're going to talk about transfers and kind of what we need at the end, but it's, especially for fans, especially someone who is a legend of the game. And actually last night on the Wednesday pod, we talked about who was legendary status of each club that would get the chair video, and it's just the empty chair and then they walk up and it's going to be an announcement. So we were thinking about who was going to get the chair treatment, and it's those kinds of people who you want to be able to say goodbye to as a fan. So then not to have that opportunity is really, really harsh. Because I don't think, well, apart from Dre, actually, we didn't know about Dre and Kenza, did we?
No, they just went.
No, they went. Because I remember being heartbroken over that we didn't know it was their final time. But who
Although
would
it sort of get one for Kenza, even though it wasn't official, because she came to the match the week after, before she flew out to America. So the fans sort of fought for her, but it wasn't official.
Yeah, Ken's got a bit of a goodbye. But yeah, from a Villa perspective, who, and this can be from any Villa squad, who would be the person who's going to get that sit down chair video to say thank you as they leave? Who do you think's got that status from Villa?
I feel like Sarah Mailing deserves it because she's been like from a dot kind of part. Like she's literally been there from the day she was born, basically.
Yeah, okay.
But whether they'd give that to her, I don't know. But I personally
that's the thing, because some players just get a thank you graphic and then others get the full video treatment, don't they? So
I mean, ours got all on the same post this year. What's all that about?
Yeah, they all shared the poster. But even then, I mean, it could be their preference that they don't want to do a video because, that's, totally fair. But yeah, you just see it more towards the prominent players, don't you? So yeah. Lindsay, Gary, anyone for you who would be from
in the current squad? The only person I could see it maybe being given to is Patsy.
Patsy, good shout. Yeah. Anyone from teams gone by that we've had previously? Who you wish?
Well, I think the obvious. Lucy Stan got it. Corsi probably deserved it.
Yeah.
I do think Rach might get it whenever she decides to go. Because of her being a lioness and everything, I think she would potentially get it. But most of the current squad are actually only with us a couple of years now because of the changes that have been made.
Yeah.
And I've only really been around women's football the last sort of 3-4 years, so I wouldn't know much about the actual history, Obviously, it's why I'm glad to be a part of the vault, but it's helped to teach me as we're going along. And at the minute, Nigel's probably right up there. He might not have been a player, but that man deserved the seat.
Oh, that would be good. Yeah. If he retires, because I think he's going to be going forever. I think we'll make sure he's got a video. But Lindsay, for you as well, kind of, and it can be from any era. Who do you think should have maybe got the chair treatment? Which is a good thing. I know it sounds quite negative, but the departing chair.
Electric chair or
the chair treatment? Chair treatment is a little bit.
I think if we focus on recent years, I think Corsi definitely should have had that, because not just what she did on the pitch, but what she did off the pitch leadership wise. I think Rach would be really good because of how we brought her in. It would be the perfect exit to go with her entry, but also we know she doesn't like doing social, so it would be in a format that would be like comfortable for her. And I think that, and it'd be quite emotional because it's going to be an emotional lead. And Sarah Mailing, Maz Pacheco, there's quite a few that I would have like to have had that moment. But I think it's just really good that where we have so many to choose from, and we have that luxury of having so many legends. It's like, well, you know, who do you pick? They're all amazing. So I think they all deserve it. But if we look back further, like there's just every single player from, you know, many years ago, like when things were different, like you give the chair to every single one of them. You just can't pick, and it's such. I think it's like an honour that we have that luxury. So I won't wax Liverpool, but
Jordan as well.
Jordan was that?
Mm-hmm.
It would have been. Yeah,
I know she wasn't with us for long, but I feel like
we didn't, did we?
Like status within women's football and like how sort of much
yes.
grown the game.
Yeah, if you look at the whole,
like that would have been deserved.
Yeah. Speaking of Jordan, congratulations to her and Erin, of course, for getting engaged this week. Congratulations to them. And she got nominated for Player of the Season, was it?
I feel like it was. Wasn't it Goal of the Season, or am I being delusional there?
Oh, you're cutting out a bit, Emma. Sorry, what did you say?
Was it also Goal of the Season, or was I seeing this?
Might have been, yeah, because we know what she can do.
She scored a few bangers.
Well, it's just what she does, isn't it? Annoyingly not for us. Annoyingly for those black and white stripy mags. Still not over it, by the way. Still not over it. But yes, let's get back to the game, shall we? Again, we're not going to spend too long because we all know what happened. But yeah, it was one of those last home game of the season. We knew we were going to pull a big crowd in, but 7,944 is a pretty special number. 2,000 of that were Arsenal fans, so just shout out to the Arsenal fans who made the trip.
Can I just say something?
Yes.
Although it's a huge crowd, I feel like moving the fans to the whole end really ruined the atmosphere, because I feel like we didn't get the like chanting that we thought we were going to get.
Yeah, because opening that, and I get why they would have wanted to do it if they put the away fans in the north stand, but to maybe have it more of a box like that. But if you're not going to have enough people there, and then you looked at the main stand, and I looked it up, you can have, I think, up to 13,000 in that main stand. Obviously, they don't open the top tiers, do they? So you just think if everyone was together, like you said, in those two tiers, the noise would have been brilliant, and then the noise from the Arsenal fans, it would have been bouncing off each other. So yeah, it was just a strange decision. But I get, again, the legacy of the Holt End and what it represents. Like, obviously, what it could be is a fantastic idea. What it was, on the other hand, it just looked a bit sad, didn't it?
It wasn't even like they were all together in the Holt End. There was like a few people here, and then a few people here, and then like a few people at the top. And it was like, it had
at least like open a section,
but having them close together would have been slightly better, because then you'd have had like their chant, hopefully then coming round to us, and then hopefully bouncing off the Arsenal fans.
They probably did open it as sections. We probably did open it as sections, and then people just sat anywhere, and the stewards just went, yeah, sit where you want.
Sounds about right. Yeah.
Knowing what it's like, that's probably what happened, because I know when they were selling tickets, it was all sectioned off. Sorry, Emma. But I agree, it would have been better to have it bouncing, but
it did look a bit pitiful on TV though.
Yeah, because I remember obviously the comments that, you know, any live stream gets, and they were like, oh, there's not many people there, and we were like, no, there's nearly 8,000, and they were like, really? And of course that's our highest home attendance for 2 years. So we're getting there. We're on the up. A big part of that were the Arsenal fans, so we do take that into appreciation. But of course, attendance is both sets of fans, isn't it? So
we've got a great attendance this year.
It's clear there was 2,000 Arsenal fans. There was 5,000 in the normal stand and 44 over in Hope.
I know. They should have took it like numbered tickets with them. Like, I'm number 2. It's just in the whole end. Because yeah, it's just no. Great idea. Not quite ready yet for the execution, I think.
It didn't help that not everyone got the email either. Because I'm still awaiting
that's
that
also
email.
another thing. Yeah, because obviously people got offered the chance to move, didn't they? Before, I think maybe before the tickets went on sale.
That's due to marketing preferences. If you haven't got your marketing preferences as opting in, you didn't get the email. If you
But I do.
Did you
I
not?
think I'm just on the block list. They were
Well,
like,
you
"Hang on,
probably
no."
are. You probably
Mum
are.
got her email, but I didn't get an email. But I get every other Villa email.
Because I spoke to them about it, and they said it's to do with marketing preferences, and as long as your marketing preferences are right, you'll get it. But the thing that annoyed me was that they offered it to all the disabled fans, which is fantastic. Unfortunately, for certain groups in the disabled section, like the wheelchair users, there was no wheelchair provision, so they offered wheelchair seats over there, not realizing that they weren't there. And I was like, can you correct the email out, because you sent it out to wheelchair users that can't transfer their seat over there, so they'll go and try and move their family over there, or they'll buy tickets in there thinking they can transfer their ticket over there, and they can't, and they're sat in one stand and their family are in the Holt, and everybody wants to move to the Holt because of the prestigious nature of the Holt. And a lot of the wheelchair supporters, that they've got like big family heritage around the Holt and stuff, so they want to go to the Holt naturally, and they couldn't do it. So there was a bit of a boo-boo there. But also with where the Arsenal fans were, there was no wheelchair seats either. So although they moved them over there was no wheelchair seats. So there were a few flaws in the plan. Some of it's just the building work, some of it's not, but it wasn't quite. It had a few teeth and snagging issues, but it was a great idea, and it was 80%. That last little tweak.
Just that last bit, yeah. And the more it happens, and the more they do it, obviously it'll get better and better. So is there only disabled seating in Trinity Road, or is it both longer sides? Lindsay?
She's gone.
I think Lindsay has frozen.
It's Lindsay that's frozen this week. Oh, Emma, you've cursed her.
It's still early. Emma could still go.
That is true. Let's not speak too quickly.
She's back. Here she is.
I'm back. Sorry. Say it again, because my internet. There's something wrong with my internet. I've had building work by me. It's probably just snookered it. Say it again.
No. So I just said, is the disabled seating area, is that just in the two longer stands?
No, there is some in the Holt and there is some in the north, but I'm not sure if it's open because of the building work, and the areas that were open weren't accessible for that to happen. So it was just a Trinity that you could go in as a wheelchair user. But there'd also be issues around ambulant disabled as well, and access around that, as we've seen on social media, which we won't talk about. But
it's been dealt with. It's okay.
That's just a snagging for, and it just kind of ruined it a little bit for a few people that day. I mean, otherwise it was a really good day. I know they had over 1,000 in the pre-match thing. They had over 1,000 in the post-match thing, which is really, really good. And it was a match record, so club record. So apparently, I got told today, but I don't know that's factually correct. But I'm taking it.
I feel like we've had 10,000 before.
We've had 12,000 before. That's the club record against United. Yeah, I looked it up earlier. 12,400 and something.
We needed that. If we'd had that, then the Holt would have been a lot fuller, and it would have been better.
Yeah. I just think it is though, because again, if you've booked tickets for the FA Cup semi-final, and you've planned your weekend around that, maybe you haven't got the time or the funds to then come to a game on the Saturday and the Sunday. So yeah, just kind of, I think maybe where it's fallen as well, and the 12 o'clock kickoffs and everything.
Although it was on a Saturday, so I feel like that's probably helped slightly.
Maybe. But yeah, so the pre and the post match as well. So there was DJs, wasn't there? And then they had Dion Dublin, fantastic. Carla Ward, Anita Asante, Kate Shanahan was hosting it. So they really went all out for this end of season, didn't they? So Emma, did you go to it?
No, because I had a banging headache, so I was like, I really need to get home.
I mean, yeah.
And like, the music was really loud because we went to the shop and we could hear it from like when we were walking down the like thing from. You come out of the doors and then you have to walk down that bit where the coaches are to like the car park.
Oh yeah.
It was really loud then, and obviously it was just going to be even louder in there, and I was like, my head is pounding, so I could really do with just going home.
What, you're going to be a pod reporter?
Wow. No. No comment.
Always next season, don't you worry. Right then, let's talk about it. So, starting lineups. When it came out again, we all kind of went, well, where's Lynn? And again, wasn't on the bench. Commentary said about concussion protocols. Did anyone else hear that?
I feel like Freya said that.
But of course, it wasn't confirmed anywhere else, so I don't know. Apparently, her and Patsy, that's why they're both out. I don't know. But again, like I said, that it is.
Yeah.
If there's one thing we can really push from socials, are injury updates. The lovely graphics that we used to have every week, just as a little reminder of what's going on. Need to push. I will make them. If someone just gives me the information, I will get it out for them. Yeah, just be nice to know, really. Just update, see how everyone is. But yeah, so we had Sabs in goal, we had Maritz, Taylor, DeLond, and Maltby. Start for Maltby. A bit forced because of injuries, but I'm glad regardless. Then we had Salmon, Kendall, Jean-Francois, Daly, Hijikata, and Hansen for the rest of the lineups. But looking at our subs as well, we had 3 academy girls. We had George Muller, Gabi Nunez, Lucy Stan, and Ellie Roebuck on the bench. So we could match Arsenal for amount of subs.
But all of ours were about 15.
But unfortunately, we couldn't match them for quality. And that was the big thing, wasn't it? That we just couldn't do, especially towards that second half. But let's go through in order, shall we? Of what happened. It didn't start well. Did it? 4 minutes in.
Was it really that early?
4 minutes.
Oh, wow.
That was it. We were all like,
like
yes,
12.
come on. The game's going to go, they've scored. Right. However, what I will say is, could have been worse than 3. I'll take 3. Despite everything that went on. So Russo's goal for the first one, it was a bit of a kick in the teeth, though, wasn't it? Because Lindsay, for this one, it was Holmberg. We just couldn't really deal with her in those opening minutes, could we, down the right. I mean, she's a phenomenal player, very, very, very quick. But her cross comes in. Sabs initially gets some hands to it, but it spills essentially right onto Russo's head. But then it came off Noelle as a deflection as she's tried to somehow stop it from going in the back of the net. But I don't think there's anything Noelle could have done, was there, for that ball? But yeah, what was your feeling after they scored so early?
Well, it's a bit of confusion about who accidentally put it in the back of the net, wasn't there? But the comms said it was Miri Taylor, even though it was very clearly Maritz.
Very clearly Maritz, yeah.
You've got to love the comms. But yeah, it just, she went to clear it. She was just unlucky. And you can see the frustration in her face. And I think Russo was quite lucky that happened, because yeah, it fell right for her and it just didn't work for us. But it's frustrating because I thought we were going to clear that.
Me too.
And when Sabs pushed it away, I thought, oh, we'll be all right. And it came to Russo and I was like, oh no. And then Maritz got there and I was like, yes, we'll be fine. And I was like, oh no.
I was like, oh, it's gone over. And you just saw everything drain and just like, oh God.
It's just whiplash. But I was like, come on, girls, you've been behind before. We can come back. It was still like still the hope there, because it was early days. It was like still plenty of time to get something out of this. And the heads didn't all drop, but then some of them were, and I was like, come on, girls, like, you got this big crowd behind you. Let's roar you home.
It was like a mentality thing for a couple of them. I think Noelle suffered a little bit after that, just in her decision making, and just because she just didn't want to be wrong again. But yeah, Becky in the chat, thank you very much. Yeah, it was 12 versus United. First game of the season when Kirsty got
Oh.
sent off. Yes. Do you all remember that fateful evening when that?
Oh yeah.
The only thing about 12,000 against United is because 4,000 are really the United fans that live in Aston. Because they've never been to Old Trafford, but they will crawl out of the woodwork whenever they're playing on their doorstep.
Sounds about right. Yeah. So that was 1-0. But then for 2-0, it was.
Can I play a little bit of devil advocate? But watching that goal back, there wasn't that much power in the header from Russo. And I can't help but think if there wasn't Moritz and a couple of the players in the way, Sabs could have got it.
She didn't go for it though, did she?
Because she had two players between her and the ball, she would have had to punch both of them to get to it.
Yeah, because we said
nice of them, yeah.
we were watching it together, and we said like if those two players weren't there, Sabs probably could have dived and got it. Like
Maybe.
I know no robot would have dived for it, and she would have got it. So Sabs being that bit physically taller, like she would have definitely got it.
Do you think as well maybe Sabs kind of went, oh, they're there, it's covered, that kind of thing, and another point why she didn't maybe.
Well, you would think that, but it is also the fact that whenever players in the way, Sab's record of picking up concussions, she probably didn't want to dive head first into a couple of players.
Yeah, I can see the thinking behind it. Yeah, yeah, it was just it was a really frustrating one, especially so early as well. I think we can kind of all agree on that one. But yeah, I mean, the second goal is Monum this time, assisted by Russo, of course it was. But it was a lovely through ball. I can't describe it anywhere else. Just
that
completely,
pass was unreal.
It was incredible.
It split us right up, and we didn't stand a chance.
We just looked like she was Moses parting the sea. There was no stopping it. Like it was
100%. That pass, the defense was gone.
It was beautiful. So yeah, Monum run onto it really easily. Went in for 2-0 at half time. But again, considering how many chances they did have, 2-0, again, not the end of the world. As Lindsay said, we could come back. We could come back into it. And then the second half happened really quickly. However, only one goal in the second half, got better. But yeah, it just seemed to, again, come from a ball, again, another lovely ball straight through, and just massive gaps in the defence. I don't think we'd started quickly at all in that second half. And just Russo just rounded Sabs as if she wasn't there, and just straight in. However, that was it. That was the last goal they scored. Because Emma, should we talk about Sabs? Some massive saves during that. So yeah, even though it was 3-0, how was that second half for you, Emma? Was it marginally better because we didn't concede?
Yes, because we didn't concede as much. It was still, edge of your seat stuff because Villa don't like to sit up nice and calmly. Where's the fun in that? We all need to have heart.
Exactly, yeah. Why do
yeah, I mean, the ref was interesting. We got nothing from the ref, like absolutely nothing.
No.
So it was frustrating, but it's also like Sabs was doing really, really well. Our defense.
No cards were given out at all during the match.
Really? That's interesting.
Thank you.
Mary went the game without a yellow card.
She did. According to this, yeah.
I literally put
well done, Mary. Ruth.
I'm almost a little disappointed.
We did commit 10 fouls though, so it's okay.
Yeah, but at least they weren't carded. It's all good.
True. Yeah. Not that I can see anyway. But yeah, so it's a bit of we showed a bit of fight back. We made some subs.
Oh yeah, we had some nice runs. A lot of the runs came from OC. Like OC to Maltby or Maltby to Kirsty, those were some really good runs.
Yes.
And then
good shout.
Kirsty got floored on one of them. But hey ho, the free kick then went to Arsenal. Not sure how that works, but anyways.
Of course it did.
Yeah.
Because then Kirsty went off in the 68th minute. So do you think she got a knock from that one when she went flying?
Well, she got a knock at the very start of the match.
Yes, she did. Yes.
We all thought, oh no, she's done an ACL. She's done something because it was her knee and she kept messing with it. She was like running and then she'd stop and like adjust her sock and we're like, oh no, this isn't looking good. So I feel like that, and then when I spoke to her at the end of the match, she was like, it's still uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So, I mean, hopefully it's not as bad as like an ACL because she did manage to then carry on playing 60 minutes. But even then, you can't judge it because there's people that walk off completely fine with an ACL. And then there's people that need stretching off. So it's just like team. But she did say she was a little bit uncomfortable. So maybe that's why. And then she was getting battered to the ground quite a lot as well. Like she was just constantly getting elbowed in the back or shoved, or there was just something all the time. And we wouldn't get anything for it.
Yeah,
so I feel it was
really frustrating to watch. So maybe thankfully then she did come off at 60 minutes. Georgia Mullet came on. Then Rach came off at 78 minutes for Lucy Stan, so she could have her final 15 minutes. And then Gabi came on for Jean-Francois for the final 5 minutes in that as well. Again, for Gabi's last minutes at home. But yeah, I mean, we didn't unlike the week before against West Ham when we made the subs and it just all went completely wrong. Subs didn't change much, really. Nothing much happened. We kind of stayed as we were. But yeah, it just I'm glad we didn't concede any more, but it was a shame we couldn't make more of our chances because I mean, would you like to know the stats from that match? They're quite fun. Arsenal had 28 shots and 11 were on target. We had 1 shot, 1 on target. So really, it's 100% conversion rate.
I was going to say, we've got 100% there.
I'll take it. To be honest.
Do that shot then.
We had 5 touches in the opposition box all game.
Well, was the one shot taken by Salmon straight at the keeper?
Straight at the keeper.
That's probably the one that we had on target.
That's what I'm saying.
But yeah, I mean, if you look at it, I mean, Arsenal had 51 touches in the box compared to our 5. So again, as Becky rightly said in the chat, I think, you know, ultimately at best, we looked like a mid-club playing a team that were pushing for the title. Yeah, and that's the oh god, brain engage. That's the reality. That's the one, not real. The reality of it, you know, that's kind of where we are, isn't it? We're 9th. But yeah, not that we should be, and that's a frustrating thing. But again, we'll talk about our season at the end, and we will talk about transfers as well. So I'll keep those comments there. But Sabs made 8 crucial saves, because again, it could have been a lot worse. So thankfully, it was not into double figures, because that might have been a bit embarrassing to finish our season at home. But yeah, it was especially the one from Liv Smith. Liv Smith's rocket straight at Sabs, and she had to completely push it up and over to get it out of the way. But yeah, do we think we're missing all of our tall people? Because we've just got no one in the box.
Well, we only have 2 tall people, and they're both out injured.
Well, that's what I'm saying, yeah.
I think we lost leadership. For me, was the big one. We lost some of our shape, and when you look at some of the attacks, like if we'd had better shape, it would have been better. And I think that's what we lost. Not just height, but it was the leadership on the pitch. I think we were missing.
Yeah, to keep us going, because really, you know, Rach has just come back from injury, but of course she does wear the armband. Lucy Stan's now retired. Miri should be a good voice on the pitch. Patsy's usually the voice, but again, she's out. So who are we looking to in this final game, do you think, for that leadership? Is Rach still going to be that prominent figure, or is there anyone else who's going to step up, do you think? That's 21. If anyone's got anything.
I do think we'll have players that would speak up.
Mm.
You know, obviously we've missed Jill this season because of her ACL.
Mm.
But even in Jill's short time there, she's became one of the leaders within the squad as well. And we know that she's probably been more or less signed as the long term replacement for Lucy Stan in the defensive midfield role. So, I could see her stepping up again, Mary.
Yeah, Mary. Yeah.
It's hard to look past Patsy and even Parker.
Yeah.
And I do think Lynn could be quite vocal.
Okay. Yeah. It's just when you mentioned Jill. Yeah, what we saw from Jill in that midfield was really impressive when she was fit. So I can't wait to get her back as well. Because again, sometimes when you've got that relationship as well, and you've got that camaraderie, then it's easier to kind of speak up, isn't it? Really, when you've got that. So yeah, it's just like you said, we're really missing those key elements, and that's I think why the season's been a bit, because we just haven't been consistent enough through whether it's injury or whatever it's been. But we just haven't quite found our rhythm this season, have we? So so for the last thing then, before we talk about going away to London City, and all of the fun that's going to come with it, how would we review our season so far? I mean, obviously only one game to go, so it's not going to make too much of a difference. But Emma, come to you first. Kind of this season, I don't know, one to forget maybe?
If I summarize it in one word, the word would be meh.
Yeah, and how sad's that though?
It's just not been exciting.
No.
Really, I think there's a game that I could say that I'm going to remember a lot. Then again, no. I don't think, especially at home, I can't really think of one in particular. Maybe the first game of the season at home, where we played Chelsea, we still lost 3-1, but we did play a really good game. But other than that, I don't think there's a game that I pick out. Where last season, although we didn't have a great season, we had that really good spell at the end of the season. We beat Arsenal 5-2. Didn't beat Man United away as well.
Yeah, that was a 1-0, wasn't it? Yeah, so we had moments and sparks, didn't we, last season?
Yeah. Whereas this season, I can't really think of anything that's sort of. The derby is the only thing that is because that never happens because we always get drawn Spurs in the cup. So.
Yeah.
And even that we lost.
Yeah, I know. We've got to listen properly now in the league.
Is all
Bless you.
Thank you, Quentin. Yeah. Thank you. But yeah, Gary, how about for you this season? How's it been? Agree, disagree?
I think we need less international breaks.
Yes, please. Yeah.
But we started the season actually quite well.
It wasn't too bad, yeah.
We'll talk about not having our moments.
Yeah.
But how did all of us feel whenever we watched Lynn score that free kick? We haven't had another moment since. But,
we got one this season.
But to beat West Ham, to watch Lynn score that free kick, I don't know who's making the decisions to stop her from doing things like that again. The set pieces started so well at the start of the season, and they've slowly gone downhill.
What's pushing that? Yeah.
Like we discussed last week, we're definitely missing. I don't understand crossing the ball into the box when we don't have anybody in there who will stick their head on the ball.
Yeah. No. Completely.
But then there's other highs in the season. If we look at Thursday, her getting her double figures, and I believe, has she taken over Fox as being the Scottish player that scored the most goals in the WSL in a season.
Oh, that's a good shout.
Little.
There was something like that. The Kirsty's.
Let me have a look.
She outscored Kim Little.
Yeah.
Has.
You know, so there are little glimmers of hope. But we started off well. International break, came back. We were not great. The Christmas break happened. We came back. We weren't great. But then we got another break. We came back and we were actually all right. And then we've had another international break and we came back. And it's like, I use playing ringers again because, you know, this isn't a team that I recognise right now.
Mm.
But yeah, it's just there's definitely big moments, but well, we need to be more consistent. And whenever we look at that Arsenal game, that was a really really makeshift defence. I'm very surprised that we only conceded 3 goals.
Mm. Yeah, no, I'm definitely with you on that one. Because again, Lindsay, in the no, ramble away. That's what we love. We want the interaction. Yes. If anyone else, I can see people watching. Get yourself in the chat. Get your comments in. But yeah, I was just going to say, Lindsay. No, Becky's putting there. You know, summary from me has been something to build on. Too many questions about who's playing where. Many inherited players. You know, so and we've said before, haven't we? It's a bit of a mishmash of who we've got and kind of what we want to be. So yeah, Lindsay, for you, would you agree with that a bit?
Yeah, I think Natalia came in partway through last season, and it was a bit of a mixed bag. You know, there's a lot of promise. There's some flats. There's a lot of inherited players from a few seasons ago where we've panic bought or we've tried to buy big, and it's not worked out for whatever reason. And I just feel like it's kind of do the best we can. I think this season has always been played by injuries, which is something we need to build in better with recruitment and onboard more players so that we're not having a bench full of 14, 15-year-olds that should be revising for their GCSEs and whatnot, rather than actually, you know, at Villa Park, or they should be there, you know, as fans rather than players. But it's just, yeah, I think we need to recruit better. We've been light in recruitment. We haven't had a big squad. We've had a skeletal squad since Carla, and we need a bigger squad. But we need to recruit the right players in the right place. And if we do that, then it'll be okay. But I think, like Becky said, like it's very much who's playing where. Like the question of Rachel Daly, you know, she's our 9, but why is she pretty much playing every position except the goalkeeper?
She's a 10, she's a 9. No, she's not. She's a centre back. She's a
and that lack of consistency, and then the injuries. You know, there are natural inherent injuries that happen, but like it's this constant squad formation. So getting into a run is quite difficult because there's no consistency, and I think that isn't helping us either. So I know I've done stuff, you know, away from the pitch to do team building. It's been all over the socials, and that has shown an improvement. But hopefully, I know we're going to lose quite a few over the summer due to expired contracts or retiring. So hopefully we can recruit and fill those spaces really well, and then we can really kick on next season. But for me, the season's been quite flat. There's lots of positives from it, like Kirsty, like what's been done behind the scenes to improve the match day experience. They've recruited, they've onboarded. Like, there's loads of positives that you can take as a whole, but points on the table, we're still a mid-table club, and I don't feel as proud of our finish this season as I did last season and seasons before, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I'm completely with you because we are in 9th on 20 points. There's still 20, but the issue is, of course, that everyone else has built and grown around us. So, you know, West Ham are 1 point behind on 19, Liverpool are 3 points behind on 17, and then it's the drop down to Leicester. So it literally could have been anyone between 8th and 11th who was maybe going to get pulled into that battle. So, because there's a little gap, 4 points to London City, then 2 points to Brighton, And then it opens up again to Spurs, then it opens up again to United, and then there's another gap between the top three. So it's just making the opportunities count, isn't it? And the ones that we've drawn should have worked. Like it's those fine margins, isn't it? So you're right. And all of the comments about players and stuff, we need to make sure we have a really good summer, because if we don't, we are going to get left behind. Because Birmingham City, of course, got promoted. They've let 11 players go. That was announced today. It's kind of first team players, 3 have gone back to their parent clubs who were on loan. And you just think, oh, okay, they've gone, so they're going to be invested. Of course, Crystal Palace, they haven't announced anyone yet, but Molly Sharp has signed a new contract extension, so that's key for them. Charlton, of course, we don't know if they're going to come up yet, but I assume that they'd be willing to invest what they can as well. But they're very smart about who they bring in. So yeah, I just think Villa need to look at what we don't have, and hopefully Natalia's had that full season and a half now to really understand what we need and who we need. So then hopefully we get some good players in. Because another comment from Becky, thank you, was where's it gone? Let's have a look. About loans, loads of loans. And I just think, do we think Villa are gonna maybe buy a few and loan the rest? Or do you think they're really going to invest more in buying and maybe loan a few? Do you think? I don't know. What do you think their budget's going to be like? Has anyone got any thoughts?
Well, Becky said we're having Katie McCabe, so we don't need anybody else.
We're going to have Bunny Shaw as well, so it's all good. We'll win the league next season.
I'm not being funny, but can you imagine if Kate McCabe turns with Villa?
To be honest, we need a right-sided more than we need a left.
No, that's true.
Can we have Alexia as well from Barca? She's potentially a free agent.
She's all right, isn't she? Yeah.
She'll just want to she can warm the bench, can't she? She'll be all right.
Imagine if that's our offer. You can come and be a bench player, squad player.
It's warm there.
Yeah, exactly, with a big coat on. Like, why am I here? Yeah, but no, I mean, Katie McCabe would be an incredible shout, wouldn't it? So go on then. I tell you what, we'll talk about the transfer now then, rather than later on. For about 50 budget. Hey, sell a few more shirts in the shop and might raise a few more quid. We'll have a whip round if everyone raise a bit more money. But we had a look, didn't we? And I think part of our podcast chat, we said ideally we're going to need about 10 players, which sounds like a lot and sounds a bit excessive, but it's not. We need it, so.
It's not wrong. It's really not wrong.
No, because again, of course, it's not just the 3 that have gone now. It's the ones we haven't replaced. Your Kenzie, your Dree, Katie Robinson as well. And yeah, it's just been a bit of a we just haven't had, like Isabel said, we just haven't had enough players for a long time. So for Gary, we've said we need about 10 realistically to compete. How many do you think we're actually going to bring in this window, and how many maybe do you think they're going to add in January? Do you think they're going to split it, or do you think they'll probably go for it in the summer?
I think it depends where we see as a priority.
Yeah.
You know, we're going to want another backup goalkeeper, because
yes,
this season we have had 2 top goalkeepers. I do think Ellie's the better out of the 2. But is there anybody else there that we can bring through as a backup to Ellie?
People have said Manu from Arsenal. It also works with the whole, ex-Arsenal.
Well, that's why Kate works as well.
Yeah. No, I think Manu is going to go back home because she's got a baby, hasn't she, and a wife still back in Germany. I think Germany, Austria. Can't remember which one.
In sense as well.
Yeah, I don't think Manu's going. Yeah, stars and some impact. Yeah, we agree, Becky.
Can we get Sophia Poor back?
Yes, please. We need her.
Also got
yeah.
Sophia coming back, but will they keep her because she's in Glasgow? We like to send people to Scotland and then they buy them. So it's like, well, do we need two keepers or do we need one? Because currently we have one.
No. Well, I kept saying Misa. I think we should get Misa, and I just get shouted at when I say that. I'd love Misa. I think she's cracking. But yeah, I just think, like you said, we need that mix of. Okay, so Gary, let's phrase it this way then. So if we're looking for solid first team players, like experienced, how many do you think of those we're going to try and bring in? Or will they bring in?
They set the midfield, I think, is fine. Yes, okay, Lucy Stan's just retired, but we'll have got Francois, we'll have Kendall, we'll have Mary, hopefully Missy Bo will be back. So, I think in and around the midfield, we're okay.
Yeah.
I don't know how much more we're going to see of Rach. We do need to be looking at an experienced attacker.
Yes.
And I know there's some people that are talking about Beth England. Spurs have let her go because they want to improve their squad. I'm sorry, but she's an experienced WSL player. I don't see where she weakens our front line right now because, we don't have experienced attackers.
No.
But centre back's always somewhere that we end up a little bit weaker. Are they going to be starters? I don't think any centre back we bring in is going to be a starter.
Okay.
Unless you ended up, let's say Sarson decides to go and raid Everton. I would love to see somebody like Mace coming across. She's a fantastic talent. But will Villa go there? We do need a right back. With Grant being out injured, we've really missed her. And I actually think that's where we've made a mistake by letting Sarah go out alone.
I don't know why we did that.
That's fair.
But it left us weak in the right. And I know there's been talks of Wilms playing the right back role, but she's not. She's better on when we played the flat three with the wing backs.
Yeah.
Where we had DeLons, Patsy, and Wilms as the three centre backs. We were looking quite solid then. I think that is our way forward, which is why I don't think we'll actually replace like Bree or Katie or anybody, because I don't think we'll play out and out wingers anymore.
Yeah, because it was, for a long time it was we only had wingers, we had no one else.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's true. I just think we need maybe a bit more mobility up front with attackers who can play anywhere in that front line, so that if needed, they can then be those wingers.
I can see Knight's hunger step. I could see it being her and Maltby for the left wing back role.
I hope so. Yeah.
But we need a backup for Grant.
Jenna's had a brilliant season, hasn't she? Once she's got going, she's been very, very impressive indeed. Okay. Lindsay, how about you? How many do you think we're realistically going to bring in this summer?
Probably. Oh, if I'm optimistic, I'd say about 5 or 6. But I think we'll bring the rest in, because when they're talking about it in the fan forum earlier in the season, it's about getting players at the right time or when the situation's right for them with their contracts and their home situation. Because moving from Europe to the UK mid-season isn't good. But I do think we do need to bring some experience in. I would like to put Martha Thomas as a shout, because she's always been a thorn in our side. She's out of favour. I don't know if she's injured or not, but she's a proven number 9, and that's what we need to potentially, just temporarily fill that gap. But the other places, everybody we've got is good. It's just we need the upgrade, and if they are going to come in and break into the squad, they need to be an upgrade on what we've got. And so
yes, we don't want to go same. We want to go.
We need to invest or get sort of wild cards. So the way that I was thinking about is if hypothetically we bought 10 in, have 3, experienced WSL players that know the game and have the strategy in their head, then about 5 that are sort of young and developing. So like when we had Hansen on loan, and Lucia, when Lucia came to us, like that kind of dynamic, and then 2 wild cards that it is what it is, and they'll either sink or swim, and then have that and see how it goes. But realistically, we'll probably just get like 2 people. One's going to be the kit man, and the other one's going to be the steward attendant in the car. So I don't know at this point. But I'd like to get people in. I'd like to have a couple of proven WSL players, even if they're not in favour and poster girls. It would be nice just to have some people that are just solid and dependable, because a lot of our players are really solid and dependable, and we don't need our name in lights. We just need to be good and get the job done, even if it's not consistent. So
because a few people have give Laia Cadena a shout. Again, proven that she is reliable in defence. Maybe not what Arsenal needed, and maybe underutilised, underperformed, that kind of thing. But obviously, she gets picked for the Spanish international team. Like, she wouldn't be picked if she was awful. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, maybe Cadena could be a shout. Obviously, Becky's in Palova in the chat. I mean, if we can afford her, that'd be lovely. Yeah, if we can afford her, absolutely. But yeah, I mean, annoyingly, quite a few of the German players now have been announced as departing. And Reuteler, who I would have given anything for, has been rumoured to pretty much be a done deal at Arsenal. So yeah, it's us being clever, because we haven't got the pull of Arsenal, Chelsea, City, and like you said, Lindsay, get players at the right time where we can offer that starting position and the minutes and the environment to kind of grow in. And that's what we really need to market, isn't it? So yeah, if there are any players around and you think you fit the bill, please apply at Aston Villa Women. I would love to have you. We would indeed. Anything else? Anyone else?
Nike will give you free boots because it's a WSL contract if you haven't got sponsored boots. So you don't even have to buy any boots. You'll get 3 free pairs off, or 4 free pairs off Nike if you're there. They're the current sponsor, I think. So just turn up,
Yeah, turn up, have a go, play with your heart. That's all we can ask for. And free boots. Now there's an offer. Indeed. Any final words on transfers before we go on to the weekend? Nope. That's okay. Right. Final day of the season. We are going away to Kent. We're going to London City Lionesses to hopefully get 3 points. Yes, we are. Now then, it's also another tradition that the fan club have started up, done it last few seasons, and it's fancy dress, isn't it? Gary, now you were a nun last season. Any plans for this season?
Yes, okay.
Can you give us any clue?
Actually, yeah, to be fair, I'm playing it quite safe this year.
Oh.
I'm just basically going to go as a builder. So I've got my workman's shorts, my high-vis vest, and I have just purchased an inflatable hammer.
Of course you have.
I was going to buy toy plastic tools, but I thought they'll probably get confiscated on the way in, or at least something that's inflatable. Yeah.
Should be able to get it in.
So yeah, I can see a few people getting tapped on the head throughout the day,
If Kang walks past.
Take a money, we get the transfers then. Sorry, that's a Birmingham in me, I apologise.
I was going to say, should we email people pretend to be Michelle Kang? I can offer you this money. Please come to the West Midlands. Oh, that'll be funny. But yeah, so if you do see the fan club all dressed up, do go give them a shout. It's going to be a really fun day. However, let's look at reality of the situation, what we think. So London City are in 7th on 24 points, like I mentioned earlier. We are 4 points behind them in 9th. They've lost 3 of their last 6, drawn 2, won 1. We've pretty similar actually. We've lost 4, drawn 1, won 1. So there we go. So yeah, so not too dissimilar really. What do we think the outcome for this weekend is going to be? Emma, I'll come to you first.
Can you repeat the question? Because my mum came in and distracted me.
Linda.
Ever the professional there.
I'd like to know what your thoughts are for the weekend, please. Do you think we're going to get a result and end strong?
So, considering it's also Eurovision, as long as we get more points than the UK will get on the evening, I'm okay with that.
Well, speaking of Eurovision, it is semi-final 2 on this evening. So if you are joining us alongside Eurovision, perfect, or even instead of, then you are our favourite fans. Thank you very much. Becky's gone for a 0-0 draw. Oh,
I want us to take it quickly at the end. What? That made no sense. Quickly get the win.
You can't count on one hand how many clean sheets we've had this season.
No. Especially when we've scored 27 and let in 46. As any comms person and pundit will tell you, we've got issues in our defence, and we need to sort that out this summer. Because that's the go-to.
So it's okay. It's all good.
That's true. Buying 20 players this summer. You're absolutely right. So yeah, okay. So you want more than we get at Eurovision. Lovely. Gary, how about you? What do you think about this weekend?
I agree with Becky that it's going to be a draw. I just don't think it's going to be 0-8.
You're also boring. I think we're going to quickly get Nick a win at the end.
Nick a win at the end? What, 2-1?
Yeah. No, because we always say 2-1. That's boring. 1-0.
It would have to be 3-2 if we're going to nick it at the end, because I'm going for a 2-each draw.
You're going 2-0? You're going for a Desmond?
3-2.
Okay, Gary's going for a Desmond. Lindsay, how about you?
I was also going to go for a Desmond as well.
You go for Desmond? It's very us, a Desmond, I think. It's very, very us indeed. Yeah, I think maybe...
Makes it Tuesday at Colin.
It's what?
Makes it Tuesday at Colin.
Still
It's an inside joke between Lindsay and I. We'll explain to off camera.
Well, another 2 people here, Gary. Not just here for your entertainment, all right? 5-5, yes, much better. I'll take a 5-5. If it does end up a 5-5, what has happened to any of the players?
Well, Sabs has got a red card.
Sabs has got a hat trick. What are you on about?
Rush keeper. That's what they need to do. Last game of the season. Which is essentially World Sevens, really, isn't it?
I was going to say, isn't that a World Sevens thing anyway?
Yeah, that's World Sevens.
Put Miri in goal. Miri would be a good goalkeeper.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, Miri would be, not even surprisingly, because we all know she would be good. Scarily good would be a better one. But yeah, I hope there's some drama. I mean, they've got Freya Godfrey. She's been really good this season. They've got Izzy Goodwin, of course. We know her very well. So yeah, if they bring their shooting boots, I'm quite worried. They have announced 3 departures. I think 2 were loans. But not gonna lie, I don't think they've played very much.
I don't recognise the names.
No, lots of people are saying I have no idea who these people are. Not gonna lie, and this isn't any offence to Marsetto, but when she scored the other week, and it was like, oh, Malou Marsetto has got the goal, and I was like, I genuinely don't know who that is. I usually pride myself on being quite good with names or at least faces. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. So it's London City is still a very strange team in the sense that they bought in, I think, so many players they just haven't had the opportunity to really showcase them and to really do much with the majority of the players that they brought in. So yeah, it's going to be a 2-2 or a 3-3 or.
It would be very nice if they let us put Goodwin back in the fella kit.
That would be quite nice. Yeah. If anyone can shout to Michelle Kang while he is there, like how much for Goodwin, then maybe sound effect check and be like, there you go.
Carly Davies has left Notts Forest.
I know. Yeah, that was yesterday.
That was 2 days ago. My
Yeah,
apologies.
day before. Yeah. Thanks for joining there.
I hate you all.
Have you not been checking the 115-yard transfer tracker?
If only you were on it, Emma. If only you had your notifications on.
I've been sat at school for 2 hours, not seen any.
Doing nothing, apparently.
I was doing work. I was planning a lesson.
Were you doing your phonics, Emma? Were you doing your phonics?
Yes, I now know my ABCs, Lindsay.
Well done. Well done.
I can count to 10 too.
What?
I know.
I didn't know you were doing that already.
Yeah. I'm progressing quite quickly for my age.
I'm so proud of you. Oh, cool, Emma. I have no idea what we're talking about now. What are we talking about? So yes, might be a bit chaotic at the weekend, but it's end of the season. Hopefully, hopefully there's still a bit of fight left in the team, because sometimes end of the season you kind of look at them and go, yeah, they're done. Their heads are already on holiday.
Can we come any higher than 9?
Don't think
I feel
so.
like we can leapfrog someone.
No. We can, if Everton lose.
Is it Liverpool City?
No, we can't catch them. They're 4 points ahead. So there's Everton who are on the same points.
That's it.
So if we win and they lose, then yes. If we both draw, it's going to stay the same because they've got better goal difference.
That's boring.
Yeah. So if we win, we need Everton to lose, but we're only going to then be 8th. That's our highest. But
yeah, but that sounds better than 9th.
It does. Do you remember, was it the other week when we could still finish 6th or 11th? Depending on how results went. And you just think, yeah, that's a very, very Villa thing to do, indeed.
That was the match against West Ham, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But if we had won that, we were still in contention for top 6. That didn't go to plan.
I did not go to plan. No. So yeah, I think this one, probably isn't going to go down in the history books if when we look back on this season. However, as was said earlier, this can be our time to build, and we'll come back stronger. We'll come back stronger next year, and hopefully more fans joining us as well. With the more they're doing with the games and stuff. So keeping everything crossed for that. Right then, let's have. I think that might be it then. So we've done our predictions for the weekend. Final game, as we said. Transfers, we just need everyone. So any player available, just come on over to the West Midlands. You'll get a place in the starting lineup. We've got that many openings. But yeah, I mean, Lucy Stan's
and free boots.
And free boots, yeah. Maybe even a Fredo. We can maybe spring to a Fredo.
No, that's too expensive. Have you seen how much they cost?
That's true. They have gone up a lot. What's still 10 pence? What, one bars? There's still 10 pence. Come, 10 pence.
Can you get a Haribo bag of sweets for 10p still?
No.
It's been a long
Probably
time.
not. No.
You probably could, because you can get the like multi-pack ones that have all the little bags in. So if you divided the price of those, then maybe it would be on that.
You want the price per bag on the little tag at the bottom.
Yeah.
You have to go on TikTok shop and get some, won't we, for the
Temu.
offers. Yeah. Might be a choking hazard and kill them though, so we can't do that.
Just Costco, just bulk buy everything.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can get 24 cookies for about £6, so there you go.
Hey, perfect. I remember, just as a little aside before we go, when I still worked in Birmingham, Tina, who was my TA, had a Costco card, and she would come in every week when they'd done their weekly trip with some new delights from the bakery.
Who goes to Costco every week?
We did. Our husband had like a build and supply shop, so he was always there. So she always just go with them. So yeah, the chocolate muffins, I swear to God, were the size of my head, and they were incredible. And it's
They're
the best.
good.
Yeah, it's just the best one ever, and I'll still think about that. So yeah, if anyone goes to Costco and wants to get me a chocolate muffin, please do. Thank you. Please and thank you. But yes, yeah, so look out for the fancy dress at the weekend. Saturday, they are all on Sky, which hinders a lot of viewers as well if you can't make it to the matches and don't have Sky. But yeah, all on at the same time, all on Sky. So yes. Hopefully, because the Arsenal game last night was meant to be on Sky Mix, which is the one you can kind of get on other packages as well, and then they moved it to the football channels. So last minute, you couldn't actually watch it when people had planned to. So
there might be one on Showcase.
There might be.
Because sometimes they whack one on there.
Yeah, I think one was maybe Sky Mix. I think a lot of them are like on the red button, essentially the Sky red button. Yeah, all at one, I believe. So if you are going to the game this weekend, have fun, enjoy. It's going to be fantastic. But can you believe the season is nearly over? It seems to have absolutely flown. But yeah, it's definitely been a season to build, and I look forward to this summer. We've got some announcements about things coming up, but has anyone got any things about players, transfers, matches, anything they want to shout before I...
One thing I'd like to say, remember Jill, who done a lovely walk from Villa Park up to Everton?
Yes.
He has actually hit his 5,000 goal on Just Given, and his total to date is 6,700. Is it, Linda?
It's something like that. It's not far off 7,000. Once he had on gift day.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Including when he's gone out and done the bucket shakes and taken cash off people. Not like, I don't mean it like that. I mean like they've donated money, not he's physically mugged them from a dick.
We'll just clear that up.
just after the Birmingham comment, I thought I'd better just clarify that. But no, he's done really well. Because he messaged me, but I haven't had a chance to look at it because my diary's been chaotic. But no, he's done really, really well, and I'm really proud of him. And he's really done. So I think we also need to have a shout out to Villa and Everton for the support that they gave as well in helping get off the radar. So thank you to the club and Maggie, and thank you to Everton and Everton Supporters Association that helped him, and everybody else, like the radio stations that got involved. Like, thank you so much.
Yes, yeah, helping him on his journey. I mean, that's an incredible amount of money. That's going to make so much difference to mind. So yes, thanks to everyone who did donate and supported Joe on his journey. Thank you for that, Gary. Yeah, lovely words at the end. And what were you going to say to me now?
The World Sevens schedule's out, which is exciting.
World Sevens schedule, yes, good. Leicester have joined the World Sevens. To many comments of, have you not got other things to be thinking about? Possibly relegation, which means there's one spot left. So before we talk about the World Sevens schedule, anyone got any thoughts on who that final team is going to be?
Well, we know it's not going to be Arsenal.
Arsenal, yeah. Arsenal said it's not them. Yeah. Anyone got any ideas who?
I really don't know.
I'm not sure.
I bet it's
anyone else who's at 4.
Oh, that broke up quite a lot there. Lindsay, did you say something?
I said it'd be nice if it's someone from Europe, but they're going to be an absolute stickler and stick out like a sore thumb because it's pretty much the best of the rest from the WSL.
Well, no, it's the London edition, isn't it? So there's not going to be anyone else. Annoyingly,
I haven't paid much attention to who's actually in it.
I'll let you know, Harry. So Everton, Leicester, London City, United, us. Have I said us?
You have now.
Have I missed? Yeah. Hang on. Everton, London City, Leicester, United, West Ham, Spurs.
Us. That's 7.
Yeah. and then there's one more place to go. So yeah, so the schedule at the minute looks like this. So Thursday, everyone's competing across 6 matches. Friday, everyone's competing, but unfortunately, Villa have put coaches on for the Thursday where Villa are only playing 1 game, whereas on the Friday they're playing 2 games. So you'd think maybe, yeah, so you'd think maybe they would have put the coaches on for the Friday, but never mind. And then Saturday are the 2 semi-finals and then the final. So if it's the same as the last time, it's going to be the 2 top teams from each group, and then to go through to the semis, I think. Anyway, that's kind of how I think about it. If you would like a VIP Cabana ticket, they start from £175. But the cheapest is 17, so there are different price levels. Now, I've seen lots of people saying it's not very World Sevens, is it? World Sevens is just the name of the company, and I know obviously it takes different parts of the world and that kind of thing. It's not always, even though it should always be a good mix. But if you think about the Florida edition, that was mainly NWSL, the Mexican clubs, and in fact, I'm just going to check myself on that because I think I might have just made that up. Hang on. Yeah, the Florida event was. Hang on. Yeah, it was. So it was NSL, NWSL, and Liga MX clubs as well. So that was a good mix. But yeah, unfortunately, the London edition is just England. And we see each other all the time. It would have been good if it was a mix of WSL and WSL2.
I was just about to say that.
That would have been nice. Yeah. Because
you never know, Charlton or Birmingham could jump into it yet here.
Oh, that's a good shout. Yeah, because I'm being promoted now.
Gives them the first taste of what they could be potentially up against.
Yeah.
Because that's fair, I do fancy Charlton to beat Leicester. I hate to say it because I would rather play Leicester.
Yeah.
Well, we spend enough time in London, but
that's true though, isn't it? There's so many London teams in the top now. It's going to be every week, isn't it? Pretty much, we're going to be away. So yeah, I would much rather Leicester for another northern-ish club. But yeah, I still fancy Charlton for that playoff spot. Which is it 20? No, I made that up.
Isn't it the 23rd?
Yeah, that's what came to my mind. Is that?
I thought it was 2 weeks after the championship had finished. No, because that's this weekend, idiot.
No, that's just what I was thinking. So, it's 23rd, yeah. Is it 23rd?
I'm busy that day.
No,
You're busy watching Charlton beat Leicester, exactly that.
No, I'll actually be with the Villa players down at the open training.
Me and Spy can actually go this year.
That's true. So it's the open training, it's the playoff game, and it's also the Champions League final on Saturday the 23rd. So a lot.
Is it not also? Oh no, that's the FA Cup final that mixes with Super League.
The FA Cup final, is that not this weekend? Whenever we're down in London.
Surely not.
Not this weekend, no, because it's from
Because everyone's playing.
No, sorry, I was talking about the men's.
Oh, man.
I'm pretty certain that the men's FA Cup finals this weekend.
I wouldn't know. Because men play football? What?
Well, no, they roll around in the ground a lot, but
oh yeah, they play gymnastics.
FA Cup final is on Saturday. Yeah, Chelsea, Man City, 3:00 kickoff.
That's going to be fun coming back from Kent.
That's going to be very fun. Oh, good luck. Good luck to the travelling fans. But yes, well, hopefully with a 1:00 kickoff, maybe they'll still all be in the match while you are coming back. So I'll keep everything crossed for you. Perfect. Right then, sneaky peek for those who are watching and listening to our lovely Thursday night pod. If you have been watching and you've been keeping an eye on our socials, you will know that we're doing a women's. I'll start that again. We're putting together an archive for the history of Aston Villa women, and the podcast series that we're doing to go alongside it is called
Freya?
The Villa Women's Vault. What?
You sound like you're in a fishbowl.
What do you mean?
Thanks.
Well,
And now you're gone.
any better?
Yeah.
Oh, much better.
No? Is it just completely gone now?
No, you're back.
No. I can't hear anything. So.
Superb.
Can you hear me?
Let's see.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah. Okay. I'll just keep talking and then I'll leave. So yes. So for this project, Unlocking the Villa Women's Vault, it is on YouTube now. We've got 3 episodes. So the thing I'm telling you all about is our 3rd episode with the incredible Nigel Macro, who has supported women's football from the late 80s, specifically working with in the community with aspiring football players with the women's first team, and now we're still with the club to this day, and it's an incredible chat. So yeah, as a sneak preview, we haven't teased it anywhere else. It is on the Whole 115 Yards YouTube channel, so do go check it out, but do come back and follow Whole 115 Yards for more updates on that, because we do have some very exciting news to share with you soon. So yeah, so for some reason the static noise is now gone, lovely, and so is everything else, because I can't hear a thing. So hopefully it's gone all right for everyone else, but we will end it there, just in case, because it's not really fun if I can't hear anything. So we will leave it there, but thank you for everyone for watching, for listening. We'll keep everything crossed that Villa have a really good final day of the season and end it strong. We will be back, of course, next week to talk about it and tell you our plans for the pod for the summer as well. So yes, have a good evening, everyone. Thank you so much, and we'll see you soon.